Hello, class. For the next few minutes of today, I will be your new teacher. In our little class, we'll be learning about phobias. This might be your first time learning about them, or maybe you know all too well. Welcome to Class Time Psychology, Phobia Edition. First of all, we need to ask ourselves, what is fear? Well, fear is a built-in survival technique, which is mostly known as a fight or flight response. Now, how does it work? Simply put, when confronted with danger, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in and produces adrenaline, which prepares the fight or flight response. Phobias are greatly exaggerated fear or even imagined fear. For example, it's perfectly normal to be afraid of a snarling dog, but it would be irrational to be afraid of a cute, harmless puppy. Now that we learned about fear, there's one more question to ask. What is anxiety? Well, fear is a reaction to present danger, while anxiety is anticipation of future danger. So there would be no actual danger present at that time. Believe it or not, but anxiety is helpful in small amounts, because when it's in small amounts, for example, it might make you motivated to study well for an upcoming test. But if anxiety gets out of control and lasts way too long, it can get intense and even get in the way of daily life. Both fear and anxiety are a part of phobias, as phobias are extreme irrational fear, which can be classified as an anxiety disorder. People with phobias will tend to avoid their phobia at any cost, which is no laughing matter. Another issue with phobias is that the individuals who suffer them generally know that their fear is unreasonable and irrational, but that does not make it any less stressful. Are there any treatments? Sure there are. There is in fact quite a few, such as exposure therapy. Exposure therapy was created by cognitive behaviorists who believe that phobias are evolutionary instincts and treat those with phobias by slowly exposing them to their phobia, which causes it to diminish. This treatment is generally one of the first treatments applied, as it is one of the most reliable. Another treatment is called hypnotherapy, and it's quite similar to exposure therapy, only you don't have to leave the room. All that they have to do is imagine the experience of the phobia in a relaxed state, and they will be reminded to take deep breaths. One of the downsides to hypnotherapy is that it doesn't prepare the client for the real experience, but hypnotherapy is helpful if exposure therapy is not an available option. Yet another treatment is virtual reality exposure therapy, which takes a modern spin on exposure therapy by using a virtual reality headset to slowly expose the client to their phobia, and unlike hypnotherapy, it gives a more realistic experience. The client would meet up again with their clinician to work on coping skills like deep breathing, then the client will gain access to the simulation. The client will remain in contact with their clinician over the internet. This method of treatment is still very new and requires more research to get a better idea of its effects. There are many other treatments, such as psychoanalysis, neurolinguistic programming, eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing. There is one thing to know, though. All of these treatments are not 100% a cure, as every person is different, and different people might need different kinds of treatments. Oh, sorry class, looks like we're out of time for today. I hope my little lesson brought new thoughts into your heads. Well, that's it for now. Bye-bye.